Like and to think Michael Jackson, like who can we even relate in today? Like I guess Taylor Swift would be on that level of like fame, but you can't even compare her to what he went through and the amount of fame that he did. He was like the most famous man on the planet for decades.
And off the planet too, I'd say.
I would say so too. Like if there's a lot of people, I'll ask people all the time who work in the music industry, who's one guy you never got to see perform that you wish you did? It's Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Carrot Top said it to me once too. He's like, fuck, I've met everyone except him. And my girl says it to me all the time. She's like, do you realize you're like in that minute percent of people, not people, fans that get to experience what I experienced. I don't think a lot of people get to do that. Especially at the age I was at. Like maybe the younger kids that are, sick or whatever get to go to Neverland and experience that. But as an adult, and as an adult male, you know what I mean? It's not every day that you get to kind of spend fucking an hour and 10 minutes with Michael Jackson.
No, that's something that you can't even control. It's like one day I want to meet Michael Jackson. Well, it's not in your control.
Yeah.
But the fact that happens, like you're in the 1% of people that met him, but you're in the like 0.00001% that actually had like a moment with him where you actually got to interact with him for more than just like a split second, like, hey, nice to meet you, I'm a big fan.
And he didn't have glasses on, which was another thing as well.
Oh, yeah, he wasn't hidden.
Nah, he wasn't hidden at all. And, I don't know, it's like one of those things that happen, like one of those amazing things that has happened to me in my life, one of those great things that would be in the book, you know what I mean? That I'm like, how come I'm the one that got to, like, why am I the one that's got to hang out with wanted to meet Kiss, wanted to hang out, got to introduce Gene Simmons on stage, got to hang out with him afterwards, got to actually introduce him on stage. I introduced him as the original God of Thunder. I had an hour conversation with him after the show. Conor McGregor, have had a relationship with him online, and then also over the years of just being, a big supporter. Yeah. Getting to hang out with him, getting to interview him was on even though it was Instagram Live, it
still counts.
5 minutes.
You got the content.
Got the content, exactly. And then who else was there, babe? Who else was the last one? MJ, all the blokes from Kiss. Oh, Mike Tyson.
That's one you forget?
That's the one I forgot because he actually tried to bite me on the ear. My girl actually, we have a photo, me, Jenny, and Mike. Mike's in the middle and he's got our arms around us like this, and Jenny goes to him, man, you smell like weed. And then just as she said that, him and I started laughing, and they took the picture. So it's a great shot. Yep. So Michael Jackson, Mike Tyson, Conor McGregor, and the members of Kiss, they're all idols and heroes of mine, I suppose you could say, for lack of a better word. Hero's a good word, I suppose. But and I've got to meet them all and interact with them all and have these wonderful experiences that, like pick 4 of your top people in the world and have you hung out with them? Have you you know what I mean? So it's, how does that keep happening to me? I'll tell you how. It's called the power of manifestation. It's the power of your mind. It's the power of wanting something, being able to see it in your mind's eye, being able to feel what it feels like to be experiencing something that you haven't experienced. Everything aligns and it will happen. I kind of always knew, even when I was a kid, that I was going to meet Michael Jackson. Now, was that just a childish thought? I'm going to meet Michael Jackson. Maybe it was, but hey, that's where it starts.
Yep. Because you got to be prepared for the opportunity when it comes. If you were in that scenario and you just got like stage fright, you're like, oh, I don't want to bother him. He's probably just going to say no.
Yeah.
You would be sitting here telling the story of the time that you saw Michael Jackson.
Yeah, right, exactly. And you see the way that these fans carry on when they're even in Michael's presence, the fainting and the screaming and crying. That is the way not to meet Michael Jackson. If you're carrying on like that, you're never going to meet the guy. Being cool, calm, and collected, and not acting like a, even though I was holding it in. Hey, I wanted to cry. I wanted to grab that man, and I didn't want to let him go. I'm not going to lie. I wanted to cry, and I wanted to kiss him, hug. I didn't want to let him go. As a matter of fact, when we did say goodbye and I was hugging him, his security had to pat me on and say, okay, buddy, thanks, mate. I was just like, okay, Mike, it was good to meet you, man. I really appreciate it. I love you. You know what I mean? It was one of those situations. Kind of lost a little bit towards the end there. Kept it cool the whole meeting, and then kind of the last 5 seconds maybe fanboyed out. But, hey, it was a moment in my life that I'll never forget, and I'm very proud of it.
Oh my God, man!
Right,
I mean, it goes to show, because you talk about having the opportunity to be in a situation like that, but also like you were manifesting it your entire life almost. Yeah. So when you got the opportunity, you knew how to act. You knew what type of behavior was going to be acceptable when you walked up to his head of security. You know, like you couldn't just be like, "Oh, please, 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 can I meet him for 1 second? I've been a fan my entire life." Like.
Exactly.
He hears that every single night on tour.
Exactly.
You know? You have to have a reason. What type of value can you provide me right now to where I'd want to talk to you?
So I think the value that I provided to him, being the security, was that he liked me and he wanted to do something for me. Mm-hmm. Even though he hadn't met me, he liked the way that I talked and he liked my cool approach towards him. And when someone gives you that you don't know, you want to kind of help someone, you know what I mean? Like you want to do things for people that you don't know, you know, when you get that energy. But yeah, man.
So Michael Jackson, Gene Simmons, Mike Tyson, Conor McGregor. Those are not like niche people where it's like they're my heroes. Like those guys are like heroes to
everybody.
A lot of people. Like those are big time celebrities.
And I've you know interviewed a lot of decent. I mean, not
public figures.
Public figures, not as big as some of the guests that you've had. You've had some massive guests, which is always good to pluck a few.
I think we're pretty even. I'm looking at your stuff. I see you got the content with Conor. Bob Menery is a cool guy.
Bob Menery was great.
Really big platform.
Unbelievable platform, and just such a cool guy. And I'm in a great place now with my show. Finally, after I took a bit of a break, had about a year and a half off. Kind of lost the passion a bit, you know. When you go from, as we discussed earlier on, sitting in your home in your bedroom shooting with no equipment, to getting a studio, then losing the studio and going back to where you first came from, I couldn't accept that. I couldn't.
So what happened?
I just lost all my funding. Yeah. I just lost my sponsorship, lost my funding, and I just couldn't afford it. Mm-hmm. I was making zero money. I was putting a lot of money into it, and it just wasn't getting any return. And in the end, once I lost a couple of the sponsors, it was just like, fuck, this studio is just too expensive for me to run on my own without any help. Mm-hmm. So once kind of that went out the window, and I went back home and I tried to do Zoom meetings, and I was just saying to my girl, I'm like, this fucking sucks, man. It's okay every now and then. Like if we were to do a Zoom in here right now in this environment with this sound and the lighting and everything like that, yeah, it'd be cool. But when it's okay every now and then. So I was just like, you know what, fuck it, I've lost the passion. I couldn't be bothered. And then I got a phone call from a guy who owns a company called Celebrity Boxing. They've had Kim Kardashian. They've had, a bunch of, she's probably who? Yeah, one of the girls from Jersey Shore, not her, one of them, and a bunch of those kind of celebrities where they fight each other. And
you're right. Reality TV, they just dramatize things.
Yeah, so they contacted me and
Real
said,
Housewives.
Yeah, all that kind of shit. They got a hold of me and said, would you be interested in fighting? Have you ever had a fight before? We love that you kind of do the whole Conor McGregor thing and you kind of look like him. Would you like to fight a Conor troll? I was like, absolutely, I would love to fight a Conor troll, as a matter of fact. And I'm thinking to myself, get back out in the public eye again. It's a pay-per-view. It's on Fight TV, on Triller. Fucking 10 grand. Why not? I'll do it. Got my coach back on. I said, hey, these guys, I'm going to fight. I'm going to do it. We're going to camp. Just publicising me everywhere. I'm on Instagram. Hey, I'm going to fight. I got this fight coming up. Her mum's freaking out. My mum's freaking out. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? You're 53 years old. Why are you getting into the ring? Well, I just wanted to get myself back out there and do something instead of just sitting on the fucking couch smoking weed all day doing nothing. Because once again, I had lost the passion. I had lost the drive. I'd lost the urge, and I didn't know what the fuck I was going to do. Yeah. And I thought, well, I'll just put it all into my fitness. I'll put it into my body. I'm going to train hard. I'm going to get ripped as fuck. I'm going to juice up. I'm going to get in this ring. I'm going to fucking slay this guy. I'm going to be all right again. 3rd week into camp. Snap my Achilles. So, fuck, fight's off. Mm-hmm. Fight's off. But I didn't say anything. I was like, all right, let me just I'll lay low, leave it for a month. I heard it snap. I actually heard it sound like a rubber band. And I just thought, all right, I'll lay low for a month. I'll ice it. I'll stay off it. Fight will be good. And I did that. Day I went back. Spa day. I'm getting to fight someone. End of the first round. Fucking snap. It goes again. Had to call him and tell him that the fight was off.